one of the potential targets for Cisco in recent years has been the company we're about to talk about next, and that is our South African Bidcorp or Bidfood. Remember what's happening here. Bidvest, the local group built up by Brian Joffe over many years, split in May of 2016. Bidvest, the local businesses remain separate. That is what it is. It's headquartered here in South Africa. Bidcorp was all of the food distribution and services businesses, headquartered sort of here, listed on the JSE, but its CEO, Bernard Burson, in fact, apparently operates out of Australia,
yeah.
which is where they've got a big business, also a big European business. So, what is the size of this thing? It has a market capitalization of 105 billion rands. 105 billion rands. Price to earnings ratio 27.5. Dividend yield 1.56. Let's go straight to the share chart. So, it's only been on the market since May of 2016, and that's why it doesn't show you a 3-year chart, just a 1-year chart. But you can see it's done fine. It's headed up, and it's above 300 rands a share now. Yeah, what do we say?
Yeah, so with the unbundling, a lot of people were very much in favor of it because they wanted exposure to the food services, food corp type thing, and now you can get that directly. It's
a more offshore player.
Correct.
You know, it's got a small South African business. You do see the Bidfood trucks around, but it's mostly global.
Correct, and I think that explains probably the higher rating in terms of the valuation as well. In that regard, it's massive. I think we sometimes underestimate how big this operation is. 24,000 employees. The more distribution centers than Cisco, about 260 of those, 1.2 million square meters under roof to send out these foods and these brands, etc. Logistics is something that I think they're trying to improve and optimize quite a bit. So they are trying to get rid of the low margin logistics that they control and rather partner with companies who will do it at a better price for them. I think it's a great strategy, and that's starting to come through quite nicely. And then specialty products. They've seen that as a real niche, you know, supplying the restaurants with, you know, maybe a special type of beef or, you know, ingredients in that regard. They're able to command higher pricing, and for that reason, they're seeing that hit the bottom line a lot nicer.
So the business is really in 4 parts. So it's got Australasia, which is obviously out there, United Kingdom, Europe. So those two are slightly separate and different. And then what they call emerging markets, Africa, China, Chile, which is, you know, not as big a part of the business as you might think. So this really is a truly global player. The fact that this company may be an acquisition target also should be tabled here, because we know that Cisco spoke to them in the past. Bidvest didn't feel that there was enough value in the transaction. They've separated it, and now I would guess this means that potentially they become an acquisition target at some point for a big global player like Cisco or Sodexo or one of the other global players.
I think so. You know, you see that sometimes. Once a bid is made by one player, there's kind of a premium built in, even if that deal doesn't go through, that someone else might be sniffing around and is interested in that regard. While they potentially might be bought out, they're buying other companies just in the last reporting
they continue to do infill acquisitions.
Yeah,
typically like
small.
Family-owned business, like they bought DAC in Italy, you know, which is a well-established brand there locally.
That's right.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so quite a few in Australia. There were about 8 in the last reporting period. So they're going to continue to grow, not only through acquisitions, but organically it looks like as well. Yeah.
Look, I like it a lot, and I feel, you know, we're well-based as we are in the stock. It's kind of getting its own reporting cycle going. People are now beginning to kind of judge it by its metrics, and it's been performing very strongly. Operationally, the management's doing a super job. Right, we're hot on that one.